So every single imprint that's put in our minds remains in our minds. Every single imprint you put in your minds will remain in your minds. Every single imprint. Now, whether the imprints are secular, meaning about money, about face, about success, or if the imprints are dharmic, imprint is imprint. Meaning, once it's put in your mind, it's there. Once that imprint is put in your mind, it's there. How to say imprint in Chinese is a good word. Imprints are never forgotten. They're stored in your mind stream. Please remember that. Please remember that. No matter how young you are or how old. When the imprints are stored and you come across a situation where the imprints can be triggered, it will open up. For example, when you have an imprint and it's in your mind, you know what happens? You need a trigger. And the trigger must be something similar to the imprint. Let me repeat. If you want the imprint, or if the imprint is to open up, it has to be triggered by something similar to itself. Example. I'll give you a very simple example. Adrian has imprints that beautiful ladies who look nice will bring him great bliss. And that's imprinted in his mind. Alright, that's in his mind. So if you have a beautiful lady walk by like Pam, you go, oh, happy. Happy. But if Tennerty walks in front of you and goes, ah, nothing triggers, nothing opens up. Nothing happens. Nothing at all. Now walk by, take off all clothes. He's trying not to vomit. It's a joke, but think about it carefully. Alright, so let's say that that's one way of imprint. And then every time he sees a pretty lady, every time he sees pretty Pam, every morning, he says, oh, I feel happy. She's so pretty. Because when he was younger, he says a pretty lady woman. And that goes over and over again. People who are controlling, when they start losing control, okay, inverted commas, when people don't do things their way, it triggers that imprint of having control. And then by anger, by shouting, by tricks, by manipulation, by tears, by poor me tactics, they will try to control the situation. And if they can't, they walk out. They leave. Do you know why? Because it triggers an imprint. And it goes over and over and over again. Let's give you another scenario. Someone who grew up with a hero that says, hey, money is everything. Money makes you successful and happy. Money is your savior, okay? Money is the best thing in the world. And if I had that, I'll be happy, I'll be secure, everything. Right? So, the minute someone says, hey, do you want to make money? Or maybe you want to do Dharma work. I don't want to do Dharma work now. I want money. Because money makes me happy. Dharma work doesn't make me happy. That view is wrong. But that's what is in their mind since they were young. Maybe someone put them down when they're young. You're poor. You're nothing. So they say, when I grow up, I'll prove myself. It can be many reasons. You see, those people who reject doesn't mean they're bad. It just means they're living out of their ignorance. This session and what I'm teaching is not about good and bad. It's not about wrong and right. It's not about who's bad and who's good, who's to be saved. It's not about that. It is about how our mind operates. And I want to use those examples that I've given you. Okay, for some people, all right? Some people, maybe when they were younger, their parents put them down. So when they grow, and many years they put them down. And so when they grow up, you know what happens? They can't take criticism. They can't have anyone tell them that they're wrong or the way they're doing it can be better. And everybody's got to be careful around them. Everybody's got to tiptoe around them. Everybody's got, blah, blah's here, we better be careful. Like a volcano. Why? Because anything will trigger them off. Why was anything trigger them off? Because when they were younger, when people told them that, they became angry, they couldn't talk. Now they can. Some people, opposite. Some people, no volcano, like a calm lake. Some people, when they're younger, they have no control, right? And they talk and talk and talk. They fight back. They talk. Someone says something, they fight back. Someone talks to them, they fight back. Someone criticizes them, they fight back. Someone says something to them they don't like, they fight back. They notice that fighting doesn't get them anywhere because no one listens to them because they're young, no knowledge, nobody respects them, nobody. So they do another way. They be quiet. They be quiet. They go inside. They don't make noise. They don't make any sounds. They look like everything's normal. And they don't even make comments, and they completely become silent. And no matter how much you say or do or help or love, they never open up and they never talk. They never ever come out. Do you know why? Because when they were younger, it was imprinted in their minds that if they talk back, no one's going to listen. Better if they keep quiet. It's a better way to show they're not happy. It's a better way to show people that they give silent hostility. And that's the way they find it. And being quiet doesn't make them happy. Also, for the other person who shout back, don't make them happy either. Because they're not shouting or talking from peace. It's from damage. Maybe I did some business with this nice lady 10 years ago. Maybe I did business with her. And I had a bad experience with her, very bad. So in the future, I don't want to. I don't want to do business. I don't want to do this work. Maybe I don't want to do Dharma work with her, or secular work, or whatever. And every time people ask me to do something or try something that can benefit many people, I don't want to do it. You know why I don't want to do it? Because I keep reflecting back on what happened with this lady. And so the whole world and everybody's exactly like this lady. It's her fault even though it wasn't. And so every time someone asks me to do Dharma work or secular work or something, anything, it triggers that fear. Ayo, last time I worked with this lady, become like that. I can't. I'm not ready. I can't. I run. I can't do it. Don't make me. If you force me, I run. You know why they talk like that and act like that? Because they choose to hold on to the pain. You see, they were hurt and they were scarred. It's definitely true. People hurt people. Let's not put this Dharma thing. It's all empty. There's no hurt. Everything's emptiness. Everything you feel is nothing. Empty. Heart sutra. No ear, no eye, no nose, no feeling, no sound, no tongue, no smell, no nothing. No gay, no straight, nothing. Yeah, that's ultimately, that's here. That's Buddha Shakyamuni and Kuan Yin and Manjushri. But for clowns like me and you, got ears, got tongue, got feeling, got hurt, got greed. For clowns like us, got. So is that dualism? No, it's not dualism. It's at our level. So if you are practicing Buddhism and reading Lamrim and you have a teacher and you're doing mantras and prayer, let me share something with all of you. Of course you got pain. But do you know how you get rid of it? Let me share with you. By not avoiding it and running away from it. And if you need to be hurt another 100 or 200 times in order to overcome it, go for it. Do you know why? Now, so you know how you get over that pain? When someone says something to you and you feel like shutting down and closing up, don't. Don't shut down and don't close down. Don't. Speak up, express, share, and when they slap you down again, speak up, express, and share. Do you know why? It's not about them putting you down. It's about you allowing to be put down. It's not about them. It's about you. You can't change the whole world. You can't make everybody act and think the way you want, and then you will do what you're supposed to do. You can't. So next time you want to shout and you want to throw a bia, really a bia just to get back because you're so hurt, don't. And it's very hard, but it's harder if you keep shouting. It's harder if you withdraw. It's harder for the rest of your life if you withdraw and run away. That's more hard than dealing with the pain. And if you believe in karma and reincarnation and next life, that's all the more reason you should deal with it because you're going to take it with you in your next life, which is I'm going to show you in the videos. You're going to take it with you. Whatever the trauma you're feeling, you will take it with you. There are some people who can remember their lifetime 200 years ago, but nothing in between. You know why? Because what happened to them 200 years ago was more traumatic than what happened 100 years ago. Example, If this nice guy came up to you when you were a little kid and gave you a big fat slap, right? And took your lollipop, and then this guy gave you a lollipop, this guy gave you a lollipop, this guy gave you a lollipop, this guy molested you. You're going to remember this guy and this guy. You know what? It was more traumatic. My point is this. Things that are more traumatic, you will remember more. And that's why even if it happened 500 years ago, you remember. That's why there are some Rinpoches who are great teachers and great scholars and great writers or great illuminators of the Dharma. Even 500-600 years later, when they come back, even when they're very young, they will do the same thing again. Do you know why? Because that imprint was stronger than the food they ate, the language they spoke, or the language that they read in. There are some Rinpoches come back, they're very bad in Tibetan. Very bad. But for your previous life, Tibetan was. It didn't make an imprint. It was the action. So like that, I can have all of you give me a lollipop, but I'll remember the guy who took my lollipop away. Do you know why? You know why? Because that was very traumatic. I was 4, I was innocent, I was very cute. And I was just running along, hop skipping, having a nice lollipop, sucking on it, and singing a nice little song by Madonna. Something innocent like, I'm a virgin. And this monster came along and said, hi little boy, can I see your lollipop? I'm like, yes, uncle. He went, nah. And I'm like, oh no! And I cried for an hour or 2 hours. So later when I grew up to be such a beautiful, slim, handsome monk, what you laughing at? I said handsome and slim, and everybody's like, I have my own illusions and delusions. We all see the way we want to see. I mean, you know, if I stand in front of a circus mirror, I'll be very slim. The one that goes like that, very slim. Anyways, so when I grow up to be the handsome, slim person that I am, if someone says, can I see a lollipop? Why? That memory sticks with me. How come the others doesn't? Don't you have memories in your mind that stands out stronger than others? Because they were more traumatic. So, if something is more traumatic, it's not that they don't remember other things. It's that stands out. That's why even after 200-300 years, why do they remember that previous life or that life? It was more traumatic. Or it could have been even more better than other lifetimes. They felt better. They'll remember. Okay, that's like that. That's called an imprint. So therefore, if imprints are possible for 5 years ago, 6 years ago, 10 years ago, 20, 30, 40, 50, it can be possible for 100, 200 years ago, 300 years ago. So you can remember your previous lives. You can have imprints 100%. Now, imprints are that important. So whatever imprints we have received, we live from those imprints. Fear, happiness, joy, sharing, selfishness, giving, generosity, miserliness, anger, peace, harmony. Those are all results of the imprints we have experienced. Whatever you are experiencing now is the imprints you planted in your mind a few years back. So whatever imprints you're planting in your mind now is what you're going to experience a few years later. And the cycle goes on. Does everybody understand? So if I'm sad, I'm depressed, poor me, I'm not successful, I need your help, I can't do it, I won't make it, you know what? You're right, you're not going to make it. And you're going to keep losing out. Oh, I'll do Dharma work later. You will never do it later, I promise you, never. You will never, ever do Dharma work later. Do you know why? Because you don't create the causes. So if your teacher gives you an assignment or you made a promise, hey, I'm going to do Dharma work, and then later you run away, you don't do it, anger or whatever, like trauma, it's not your bad. But let me make it clear to you, you will never do it later. Never. I didn't say you won't be in Dharma, you will never do Dharma work. You know why? Because you don't create the causes. Okay? If you never have a baby, don't tell me how you're going to raise your baby when you have it. Don't talk about that. I want to have a beautiful little girl. I always want a little girl. I want a pink room. I want a pink blanket. I want everything pink. I would call her pink. Everything's pink. But if you never have a beautiful little girl, you're going to be in that pink bedroom wrapping yourself in the pink blanket. That's it. So it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Oh, I want to get a date. I want to get a lover. I want to get a friend. I want to get this. I want that. Don't make fun of me. Don't make fun of my insecurities. Don't make fun of my body. Don't make fun of me. Don't make fun of my character. Don't make fun of me. Because if you do, I'm not going to talk to you, I'm going to ignore you, I'm going to throw a BF. That's great, for you. But how many BFs are people going to take from you because you're nobody? You're nothing. You know why you're nobody and nothing? Not because you really are, because you chose it. So you keep putting that imprint in your mind, later you'll have the same imprint. I don't have time. I'm tired. I'm scared to do it. You are scared. Maybe you don't have time in your subjective opinion. Maybe you really do feel like this. You know, I'm not denying your feelings and how you are at the moment. I'm not denying that. What I'm saying is, but you will continue to be fearful or deny or run or not do. Do you know why? Because that's what you're doing now. And your mind now and your mind later is one mind. How can two Chinese have a Caucasian baby? How can two Caucasians have an African baby? How can a beautiful African couple have a Chinese baby? Cannot. Cannot. So how is it now you cannot do, you cannot do, you cannot do, you don't want to do, you don't have time, you don't have the ability, you're poor me, I don't want to, it has to be like that, like this, like that. And then you make all these conditions and you can't do it, later you won't. I know some of my students who've been with me 15, 16 years, they are still telling me they can't. They are still telling me they cannot. And I go, oh my God, you are 100 years old. When are you going to do it? Some of them I tell them directly, some of them I don't. You know why? Depends on the other. It's not me. It depends on the other. Some people I tell directly, some people I don't. Some people I go around the block, some people are very nice, some people are very fierce. You know why? Depends on the other. And if their level is very low, and they're very traumatized, and they don't want to deal, they run away easily. I don't say much, I don't do much, I just smile, oh, you're wonderful, you're beautiful, you're a Buddha. Why? That's their level. I don't say much. It's not I'm afraid. It's not that I'm afraid. So, imprints is very important. Therefore, every single thing that you do leaves an imprint. Everything that you do leaves an imprint in your mind. You know what it's called? It's called pacha. That's the philosophical word in Buddhism, in Tibetan Buddhism, pacha.